right, we were really excited to get down to one stove. And that meant we could try out an arrangement of our things in the kitchen that would help our flow. So I always kind of imagined a table of some kind right by this beam. And so we moved this buffet that my mom had in her apartment there for now, because we don't have a table yet to use for that. And it's really functional to have it there. And it also means that we can walk more easily from the kitchen to the pantry, which is over here. And we're also liking having a butcher block right next to the stove for a little additional prep space. But I think my favorite part of this layout is having a table right by this big window, which I always, before we moved in, thought we should do, and then worried about it being a high traffic area, but that actually isn't a huge problem. And you can see how the sun pours in, and that we just kind of moved the boot mats and everything over here. So I think that works. One thing we discovered when we moved the buffet out of the room that was holding it, which is still holding lots of other unpacked things, hi Lulu, is that we had water on the floor. Why is it wet? Where is the water coming from? We were really worried. How could we not have noticed this when we were moving in? So it seemed like a damp spot here, and really trying to figure out where that's coming from.
This crawl space area is under, kind of off the kitchen. Under there's like a little like sitting room. There's kind of these 3 access points. We're noticing some potentially moisture on the floor up there. So I'm gonna pull this insulation out and kind of get an eye in there and see what we've got. See what we find. There's potential for some asbestos pipe insulation, so I'm gonna try to avoid right there where those pipes are coming out. I'm gonna not do that one for now. I'm just gonna open this one up, and hopefully nothing disgusting comes out at me. Here we are. Took out that pile of insulation there, and see in there, it's kind of really not much room. Mostly it's kind of rubble and almost sitting right on the dirt on the far back there. There's kind of some rocks stacked up. I can feel wind coming through into my face. It's possible our moisture looks like it's on the floor on the far side, so it's very possible it's actually coming up through the bottom, especially when it rains. It's been dry for a couple of days, but we're supposed to get some rain this weekend, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I was able to see that there was no asbestos in this area, so I did take that piece of insulation down, and so you can see in this side now, and there really is like 4 inches, especially towards the back, of space between the floor and the ground. Looks like there's some trash of some kind in there. These pipes are basically laying in the dirt. These are old pipes, maybe steam. Those radiators don't exist anymore. There is a copper pipe you can kind of see over there. Not 100% certain where that goes. I can maybe trace that upstairs. There's a door upstairs right in this area too. This is one of the beams for the house. You can see this house had a lot of termite damage. That one looks like maybe more structural than some that I've seen, but definitely got a little bit of damage to it. So, like I said, I'll keep an eye on this when it's raining, but there's no vapor barrier, obviously, so any moisture that comes through here is going to be coming up into the house. These are the spots that we thought was water on the floor up here. There's kind of a stain there, and this is mostly what we were concerned with. It's there's a door right there, and this window, and then we could see, this appears wet, and if you feel it, it feels a little damp. However, I don't think it's actually water. The stains haven't really changed since we saw it the other day. Figure if it was water, it should be evaporating or soaking into the wood or something. It also smells a little bit like laundry detergent or soap of some kind, so I'm wondering if actually something spilled here in the past and stained the floor. This floor has basically no finish on it at all. It's super dry, super worn, so anything spilled is going to just soak right in.